Okay, so we're going into Parashat Matot next week here in Israel, and it's creating angels with our words. It's all about the importance of speech. We know that the world is created with speech, and so I always knew since I was really little that it's important to use my words carefully. And, from the little special childhood poetry book, I had a special poem that every friend would write a poem, and one of them would go like this. It's in Danish, so it's loosely translated. Think before you speak with careful contemplation. Do not squeak like a parrot simulations. Okay, so that's my translation. So the Torah also teaches us about the importance of keeping our word, to stand by every word, to be reliable, and to keep what we have promised to do. And so if we promise to do something, that means we can't just go back on it. When a verbal declaration changes the status of a matter. And here we come to a pasuk in our week's Parsha. Ish ki don neder, if a man makes a vow to Hashem, or hishava shvuah so isar al nafsho, or if he makes an oath to prohibit himself, he shall not violate his word. According to whatever comes out of his mouth, he shall do. So this is why some people are careful when we say something. I'll see you at 3. Bli neder. We say bli neder. That means without a vow. Because if we say I'll see you at 3, but then we come 3:05, maybe this could be considered like we breaking our vow. God forbid. They were supposed to come at 3, but we came late. So therefore, it's a custom to say bli neder. And every Yom Kippur, we have what's called Kol Nidre. That's the centerpiece of the Yom Kippur prayer. That what opens the Yom Kippur is Kol Nidre. That's a special prayer to nullify, to annul the vows we may have taken, like inadvertently, without realizing that it actually could be considered a vow. So let's see, we want to sanctify our mouth to become a temple vessel, so we want to make whatever we say really holy. So that means we have to stand by our word. And it also says, hold on, let's see here. Okay, so it also says, Lo yachel dvaro. That's part of, he shall not violate his word, and he shall not profane his word. It's the same way you write it in Hebrew. The word yachel can mean violate, it can also mean profane. So in addition to the warning not to violate our vow, the Torah also teaches us not to profane our capacity for creating worlds by speaking words of holiness. So we shouldn't also misuse our power of speech by saying idleness, by speaking idleness, by speaking profane things. So now make yourself comfortable. We're gonna do the meditation. Allow yourself to relax in a comfortable position on a chair, couch, a cushion, wherever you are. Lean back and relax even more. Take several deep cleansing breaths. And let Hashem's life-giving light penetrate your entire being. As the happenings of your day pass through you, focus on your conversations and the words you spoke today, including your words of Torah and tefillah. Tune into your words of holiness, faith, and kindness. Visualize how each of the holy words that emanate from your mouth has wings, flying up, up, up above into the vast sky, where each word turns into an angelic force filled with light. Envision bathing in the waves of this loving light, feeling unconditional love flowing through you, washing away any judgment and criticism. Now return to your day or week. Do you recall speaking any negative words of complaint, criticism, anger, irritation, resentment, or disappointment? Did any of your words perhaps bring darkness rather than light? If you could reconstruct your day, which word would you have spoken differently, or rather not have spoken? How may you reformulate yourself to express yourself with words of holiness, even when you are in a challenging situation? Imagine transforming your negative attitude into acceptance and emunah. If you had complained that your milk went sour, for example, envision feeling grateful that you found out before pouring it into your coffee cups. As you imagine reformulating your negative words to become expressions of appreciation and gratitude, visualize how your words of darkness become transformed into shiny lights one by one. Contemplate about all the goodness you can do with the words of your mouth, your personal temple vessel. Visualize an infinite string of light perpetually emanating from your tongue and lips towards anyone with whom you communicate. Envision how this string of light is an extension of the divine, like a beam of light radiating from the sun. With this string of light emanating from your holy words, you have the power to illuminate any place of darkness that you may encounter. In your mind's eyes, choose some places and people that could benefit from your light-giving words. Then open your eyes, feeling excited to use your powers of speech to emulate the world, to illuminate the world. For example, a way to speak in a good way is, instead of saying, this is how it's written in the Talmud, why do we need to harvest grape while ritually pure, but we may harvest olives while being ritually impure? Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai asked instead, why do we need to harvest grapes while ritually pure, but we may harvest olives without being ritually pure? So the difference here, if you notice, is the students used the word ritually impure, but the rabbi used only ritually pure, to always try to speak in a positive and clean language. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come up and come out of the meditation. And now we can start our. Oops.